In this video, I'll just give you a very general overview of some of the applications that I use for previewing my EPUB document. We've seen how your doc will open automatically if you have Adobe Digital Editions on your machine, and this is just a free download from the Adobe site if you don't have it. So this is one way to preview your work before you go out to publish. Another application that I find useful is the Amazon Kindle Previewer. Let me go ahead and open a file there, and we can preview how the book will look on some various devices. First, it goes through some kind of a process to see that the EPUB doc is actually going to be compatible for the Kindle. Select OK. Now it'll open the book. And here's your devices up here. You can choose between Kindle, Kindle DX, Kindle for iPhone. Let's try Kindle for iPad, for example, and see how this might look on an iPad. All right, so it's generating the images and the text and the pages as if it would be viewed on an iPad. Let's see what it looks like on an iPhone. That's going to be a lot smaller. This is not going to be exactly what it's going to look like. Obviously, the viewer can change the size of the type and the fonts, and everything's going to look a little different, but it gives you an idea. There you go. So that's the Kindle Previewer, which is, again, a free download from the Amazon site. I would just Google Kindle Previewer to find it. And then the other application this is just really for advanced users is Sigil. Let me open Fair Portrait, and Sigil is what's called shareware. Free download, but obviously if you're going to use it a lot, you can donate to the people who make it. This is where you can get into the guts of your EPUB document, and you can see here when I say EPUB doc or EPUB document, I'm not really being accurate, because EPUB is really more of a container that holds lots of different components, and you can really see it with Sigil. So here's the text folder, and this is the HTML. So you can actually go in and see that how the EPUB format document, whatever you want to call it, the package, is really a combination of HTML, and you can see now here the Cascade style sheets. That's another folder it contains. It contains a folder with all the images that are going to be part of the EPUB document, and fonts, etc. So with Sigil, you can really get an idea of what EPUB is all about. And if you've got the expertise, you can go into the code view here, and you can actually go in and tweak the code. And from the people I know that are really, really into publishing these EPUB publications or documents or whatever you want to call them, this is really a must to be able to go in and fine-tune the code. And even more so, I find that people that are really in the know go into the template for the CSS style sheet and work that as well. Just go in and getting into the guts and doing the work there. So this is Sigil. It's S-I-G-I-L. And again, I would just Google it and you'll find it as a download on the internet. And then finally, this is another app, Calibre, that I've used in the past. I don't know what to say. I'm not using it so much now, but I have used it. It's a great way of organizing my books, my EPUB books, and you can do a lot of things. You can convert the books here, and you get a lot of control over the conversion. Although I've already converted it to the EPUB, as you can see here, that it's the input format. But look at the various options for output. So there's a lot of output options. I can go in and get into the various metadata entries that I've put in InDesign. I can do that here. This is very useful. It's very popular. Calibre, a lot of people use it. It's, again, a free download from the web. So between all those applications that I mentioned to you, you're going to have get a lot more control over the ultimate look of your EPUB document. And there probably are other ones out there. I'm sure there are. But those are the ones I know about and the ones I use.